Okay, don't be fooled by the title of this video. I haven't got an itch as in an itch. Just LinkedIn decided to give me my annual reminder the other day how long I've been self-employed for. It turns out I've been self-employed for 7 years now. I think I need a break. Hey, welcome to another Mic Drop Monday, and if it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Samantha. You can find me online as Socially Sam, and this week I'm talking about my 7-year itch. I'm not talking about the type that sends you off to get a divorce or dump your fella or like have more kids or anything like that, because trust me, 7 years is longer than any relationship or marriage I've ever had. However, I have had a child for 17 years, so I must be getting something right somewhere. But I got my annual notification the other day reminding me from LinkedIn that I've actually been self-employed for 7 years now. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it's 7 years since I turned my back on the corporate world and went my own way. And it's really funny actually, because it kind of coincides with, I've been sort of looking a lot lately about what it is I do, different services that I offer, how I can be of value, what I can do differently. And it's really because when I first started out in social media management, literally there was not that many people doing it. It's really weird this, because when I started out blogging, which was like 12 years ago, there was hardly anybody doing it. So it was really good to like just be the only one with an audience kind of thing. It was, when I started doing social media management, it was a lot easier to get clients, and there wasn't as much competition, and people didn't undercut you, and people didn't try and poach clients and all that kind of stuff. And as time has gone on now, and the birth of things like digital mums and all those kind of things, and people realizing that they can actually work from home and manage other people's social media, whether they've got any experience of doing that, whether they know anything about marketing or PR or even social media in general, or even the big online internet-y world. And sort of, especially this year, there's been like a huge influx of people into the industry as well, which has driven down prices. And, and it's just like makes it harder overall, not so much to do the job, because the job is essentially the same, but it just means there's a lot more people in the pond. And until we get past the stage of the crap being wheedled out, and I was kind of, I'm not going to start comparing on price and all those kind of things. So I was looking at different things that I do, whether it be website design, whether it be straightforward marketing consultancy, whether it's straightforward PR, whether it be social media community management for people, all those kind of different things. And I was kind of, well, what can I do that helps people more? And since I started making a regular effort with video, I've had so many people who, they may not ever buy from me, or they might refer me to other people, and people saying that, oh, we love your videos, and we love the message that you deliver, and we love the context behind it. And I kind of thought, what, I need to sort of like spread my income streams out more, so I can actually deliver more content that's of value to people, even if those people never ever buy from me. That's not really the point to it. It's about the value that I can bring to my audience, and also how I can help them. And that doesn't always necessarily need to be a time for money trade. It can be, I give up my time and you get something from it, whatever that might be. And sort of also played along with the amount of volunteer work I do, and all the different things that I do, and all the things I'm involved in. And I'm kind of like, do you know what? It's time to reevaluate. It's time to look. And do you know what? That is perfectly okay. And actually, if you want your business to grow and be successful, it's really important that you recognize those times when you actually need to just stop, reevaluate, and consider what it is that you do. Whether it is that you need to bring in new services, whether it is you need to ditch old services, whether it just be you need a little bit of a change in tactic, whether you need a rebrand, whether you need a different outlook, whether you need to reposition the content that you're making. And that is actually a sign of a business that can grow and that will grow. Because if you always do the same thing, and the market changes or demand changes, and you're not keeping up with that demand, or you're not keeping up with that trend, then actually you can end up putting yourself out of business, because demand and trends changes all the time. So it's okay to have a 7-year itch, it's okay to have a 1-year itch, a 2-year itch, whatever it is, just as long as you're actually reevaluating your business and seeing actually what you can change, how you can grow, how you can help more, how you can deliver more value. And that is actually the key to business growth. So I made you feel it with the title of this video, and yes, I do have a 7-year itch, but it's actually more about developing and growing, looking at new avenues, looking at different income streams, The great thing about working for yourself, and especially working online, is that there is always new avenues to explore. There's always new monetizations, there's always new things, there's always new ways of making money. It's a never ending circle of work if you go after it and if you look at it strategically. So there's my challenge to you this week. If you also have a 7-year itch, and it doesn't need to be a 7-year itch, like I said, it can be a 1-year itch, but if you have it, actually explore what you could be doing with your business, what you can change, what services you need to ditch that aren't perhaps making you money or you don't enjoy doing, and bringing in things that perhaps you do enjoy doing, but you need to monetize them differently. Perhaps you need to put your prices up a little bit. Perhaps you're not charging enough for certain things and you're getting drowned out in the cheap sellers. Don't be afraid to price to your value and know your value. That's it for this week, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're going to look at different ways that you can grow your business and perhaps change things up a little bit. Please do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to share it with someone that needs to hear this message. Go follow all my other social media channels. Please don't follow me in the street because that's just creepy. And I'll speak to you again next week.